Okay, today's video, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about how to increase the show up rate for high ticket offers. So if you have a high ticket offer, let's just say you are a coach of some type, careers, health, wealth, relationships. If you are somebody that is a course creator, also in the realm of health, wealth, relationships, if you're like an agency and you're basically selling to career coaches and you're selling to coaches and you're selling to course creators, high ticket inbound leads on your calendar, you're basically dropping a little something for them. And then at the end of it, they basically book a call with you and hopefully they're gonna show up. You should know as a business owner what your show up rate, and you should also know what your call to close rate. So how many calls do you guys need to do to go out there and close somebody? Generally speaking, how many follow-ups do you guys need to go ahead and do to also close somebody as well? A good show up rate should be at least 50%. Anything that's below that is unacceptable, but it also really depends on your niche. Now, having said that, there are some niches that have a better show up rate than other niches, but let's just talk about why people are not showing up in the first place, and let's just talk about what we can do to course correct that situation. People are not showing up for one of two reasons. Either one, they don't care for the dream outcome that you offer. I think if you're watching this type of video, we're all disciples here of the great Alex Hormozi. It's like at the very top, is this the dream outcome that they want? If this is not the dream outcome that they want, for me, I work in 4 niches. I help people transition into the following 4 types of jobs: product management, tech sales, QA engineering, and also cybersecurity. If they don't want to get into product management, if they don't want to get into tech sales, if they don't want to get into QA engineering, if they don't want to get into cybersecurity, the truth of the matter is, I can make my offer like $10, they're not going to go ahead and buy it because what I'm offering them at the end of the rainbow is not something they give a shit about. But let's just assume that they do, okay? Let's just assume that they do. The reason why they're not showing up is because they don't see any value in actually talking to you. So how do you give them some value? Simple. You copy your competition and you steal their funnel. If you don't have somebody on your team to do this, reach out to me and I will actually introduce you to some people because I have a very, very, very good team. And I have a long list of actual remote VA agencies where they specialize in doing this very type of work, helping course creators, career coaches, and then everybody else in the high ticket space scale. You want to make a list of 10 to 15 of your competitors. And you want to go ahead and make a list of 10 to 15 people that are your parallel competitors. And basically from here, we can go out there and see a little bit of a discrepancy and see some common ground. So if you're helping people get product manager jobs like I am, I'm gonna make a list of 10 to 15 people that are in the product management space, and I'm gonna take a look at, I'm gonna book a call with them, and I'm gonna see exactly how they are doing their funnel from the very beginning. So I book a call, and I'm gonna have, like on a Canva or on a Google Draw, something where we can workflow out the beginning to the very end of the process. If I am in, let's just say, but it doesn't have to stop there, right? The other thing here is I'm going to choose some parallel competitors. So I only work in 4 different niches, and it's largely in tech, and they're the 4 most desirable jobs in tech. But I'll take a look at some other career coaches. There's people getting all types of people really weird jobs, and then I'll take a look at what it is that they're doing. And basically going from the very end of one funnel to the end of the other funnel. This strategy has already been laid out by the great Russell Brunson, who is also one of the gurus and gods of our industry, where he talks about funnel hacking, right? How to ethically hack your competition's funnel. All of that information is actually public. Now what you have to go ahead and do is just take a look at what is it that they're doing and ask yourself this. Put yourself in the shoes of the customer, and who are you genuinely impressed by? If you think about it, at the end of the day, people are willing to go out there and pay a high ticket price, anything more than I'd say $2,000 to $5,000 in cash money to solve a very legitimate problem. If they see value in it, they're gonna go ahead and pay the money up. So what you have to go ahead and do now is simply hack their funnel and go out there and add a little bit of your spice to it. And whatever it is, I'm a big fan of also, I'm just fanboying all day today. James Clear, Atomic Habits, right? You just need to get 1% better. And I think this is actually where, when I consult a lot of like high ticket offers, this is actually the point of me making these types of videos. Call me if you need help scaling up the revenue for your high ticket offer. Is that generally speaking, most of the founders and owners of our space, they feel like they have to do something dramatically different. They don't. You just have to go from 0 to 1. How do we take our existing processes, not scrap everything that we're doing, because what's worked for me. And yes, there's insight that I can have that's going to work for you too. And I'm pretty sure every consulting client that I've ever had, I was able to go out there and learn from them as well. But the truth is, your business, more or less, every high ticket offer that I've consulted on has made money. And that just means you need some tweaking, right? We can make little improvements, and a series of little improvements is going to equal out some very big wins. So we want to rack up small, quick wins, and in the long run, we want to rack up gigantic, big wins. And as long as we're getting 1% better, I think the book said, like, I don't know, you're getting 37 times better in a year. Making all of these different improvements, and you're only going to make more and more improvements that build up on top of each other, it's going to really go ahead and add up. So the first thing that you need to take a look at is, once they book the call with you, what type of emails are you sending out to them? Is there any type of email service? What are the subject headlines? What is it that you're offering them? Is it basically like, come to the call so we can go out there and take your money? You know, if you don't resonate with your own email, then you can't expect them to. Are you implementing the text sequence? That's the second thing. The third thing is, when they're not showing up, what are you doing with those people? If you're booking calls with your competition, and I truly believe like the market's big enough for all of us, if you're booking calls with your competition, see how it is that they're doing it, and then go ahead and whip it out on your end. Okay? Doesn't take a lot of work. It just takes somebody that's experienced to do so. And the most important and final takeaway that I have for you is track everything and test. Most owners of high ticket offers are not tracking what is it that they're doing. So every time their back is against the wall, they're, okay, let's do this, or they kind of dig into the brain, like, I think we did something like this last year around July, and they're just scrambling. It's no way to go ahead and run a business. You want to set this thing on autopilot, because the high ticket field is extremely, extremely draining. Anything that's done on a high ticket level is basically, you got to sell people on effort. And a lot of people right now don't want to exert effort. So you're dealing with so many people that just want free advice versus people that are actually ready to pay you. If you can go out there and increase the number of people that show up, you can pretty much easily just double up rev. So if you want to go ahead and chat about show up rates or anything else, let me know. Love to go out there and talk to you. My LinkedIn handle, where I'm very active on, is actually in the description. Looking forward to speaking with you soon.